On 13th August 2020, near Nana Kadaba stand in Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh, a waiter goes to room number 303 on the third floor of Hotel Nataraj to take an empty cup and plate. He rang the doorbell of room number 303, but neither did anyone answer from inside the room, nor did anyone open the door. Even after repeatedly ringing the doorbell outside the waiter, when the door did not open, the worried waiter rushed straight to hotel manager Durgesh. Hotel manager Durgesh was talking to the receptionist at that time. The waiter said in a nervous tone that, "Sir, the door of room number 303 is not opening. Although I rang the doorbell many times and knocked on the door, but still neither did I hear anyone's voice from inside, nor did anyone open the door." The waiter said to manager Durgesh that maybe there is no one in that room. But before the manager could say anything, the receptionist who was sitting next to him replied, "Madam was in the room, but her companion has gone out for some work." The receptionist told manager Durgesh that the girl's companion said while going out that "I will be back in a while. Till then you take care of madam, but she has been gone for a long time and has not returned yet." The receptionist said that "I will call her now." After this, the receptionist saw the customer's phone number of room number 303 in the visitor's register and called his number. But his phone was switched off. The receptionist tried calling him many times, but his phone was always switched off. The receptionist told this to manager Durgesh Patel. Manager Durgesh Patel also found this strange. After this, manager Durgesh immediately took the waiter and the receptionist with him to room number 303. Manager Durgesh Patel also tried a lot to open the door of the room. But after a lot of effort, when no one opened the door from inside, and there was no movement in the room, then he began to suspect something. He felt that there must be something wrong in the room. Because the young man who was staying with the girl in the room had also left the hotel after saying that he would come in a while. And even after many hours, he did not return. He also switched off his phone. Because of this, manager Durgesh felt that perhaps that boy has done something. After this, scared manager Durgesh Patel asked for the duplicate key of the room kept at the reception. But as soon as the room was opened, seeing the scene there, all three of them lost their senses. Because in that room, the body of the girl who was coming with that boy was lying on the bed. The girl's face was covered with blood. Seeing all this, manager Durgesh's condition worsened a lot. They understood that the person who was coming with that girl had killed her and escaped from there. Actually, the hotel was one of the well-known hotels in Nataraj. Its owner was a retired police officer who was from Indore. Here, when the other customers of the hotel also got information about the murder of a girl in the hotel, they also ran to room number 303. And then, as soon as they saw, the crowd of customers gathered in front of room number 303. Because the matter was about the murder of a girl. Therefore, manager Durgesh Patel immediately gave the information of this incident to Nanakita police. Seeing the situation worsening in the hotel, manager Durgesh Patel also called the owner of the hotel and told him everything. As soon as the information was received, the team of Nanakita police also immediately reached room number 303 of Hotel Nataraj. But the scene there was so scary and frightening that the police were also scared. However, seeing the situation there, the police also understood that this is a matter of murder. Therefore, the police started investigating the scene in detail. During the investigation, the police saw that the girl's body was lying on the bed covered in blood. She was about 20 to 22 years old. Looking at her, she looked like an ordinary family member. But that girl was brutally murdered. After this, the police also interrogated the staff of the hotel. During the interrogation, hotel manager Durgesh Patel told the police that the girl who came here with the boy was about 23 to 24 years old. Durgesh further said that when the girl came to the hotel with the boy, there was a carry bag on her shoulder at that time. Looking at it, it seemed as if she was a college student. Manager Durgesh said that the two of them had booked a room to stay in the hotel till evening. While booking the room, they called themselves husband and wife. After this, they both went to room number 303. The receptionist said that after about 1.5 hours, the boy left the hotel saying that he was going out for some work. "Madam is resting inside. You take care of her." But after a while, when a waiter went to room number 303 to get breakfast and tea, the girl did not open the door. Because of this, the hotel manager asked for the second key to the room and opened the door. After this, when the police asked for their name and address, Manager Durgesh Patel brought the visitor's register and placed it in front of the police. The police checked the name and address of both the boy and girl in that register. Usually, people who do such incidents do not write their name and address correctly. But this was not the case here, because both of them had given their name and address in the hotel. The girl's name was Tanu Parihar, while the boy's name was Subhash Porwal. After this, the police informed their family members about this incident and asked them to reach Hotel Natraj immediately. As soon as the news of this sad incident was received, the family members of both of them reached Hotel Natraj in Anand Finand. But as soon as the family members of Tanu Parihar saw their daughter's body, they started crying. They were in a bad condition by crying, because the Tanu Parihar who was killed was the eldest daughter of the family. Anyway, somehow the police and hotel staff took care of Tanu's family and consoled them. After this, the police checked the body of Tanu. Tanu's body was badly injured. There was a mark on his neck, while he had 3 deep wounds on his stomach, which were done with a sharp weapon. After investigating, Tanu Parihar's body was sent to the hospital for post-mortem. After this, Tanu's mother Asha Devi's letter filed a murder case against Subhash Porwal and started further investigation. Along with inquiring Tanu's family members, the police had also put Subhash's mobile number on surveillance. Due to the pressure of the public and the media, the police also quickly got involved in investigating this matter. And then, with the help of Cyber Cell, Subhash's location is found within 24 hours. His location was found in Agra. After this, the Nanakeda police arrested Subhash Porwal with the help of the Agra police. And then he was brought to Nanakeda police station and interrogated. Actually, Subhash was a spoilt and loafer boy from the beginning. He had passed the 10th class with great difficulty. After this, Subhash also started driving an auto like his father Atmaram Porwal. Subhash used to live in New Indranagar colony. Tanu's family also used to live with his family in front of his house. Tanu's father had died. His mother Asha Devi and his 2 younger brothers were in his family. Tanu's mother Asha Devi used to run a small grocery shop to run the household expenses. That is, the financial condition of her house was not very good. Tanu was the eldest of her 3 brothers and sisters. Her father died when Tanu was very young. Here, after the death of her husband, the responsibility of raising the children fell on the shoulders of her mother Asha Devi. Asha Devi worked hard and gave good education to all her children. Her elder daughter Tanu was a second-year student in BCom. Tanu's family was a girl of a beautiful and harmonious nature, because Tanu and Subhash's house were right in front of each other. That's why they grew up together while looking at each other. But when Tanu stepped on the threshold of youth, Subhash fell in love with Tanu. Subhash was so crazy about Tanu's love that he used his auto to talk to Tanu and get close to her. Actually, when Tanu used to leave the house to go to college, Subhash used to take his auto and wait for her. He used to take Tanu to his college in his auto. And then he used to take her back from college. Subhash used to leave Tanu near his house. There Tanu was slowly falling in love with Subhash. After this, whenever they got a chance, they used to go out together. Over time, their love grew stronger. They started dreaming of marriage with each other. And whenever they were together, they used to talk about their married life. Subhash used to show Tanu such dreams that Tanu also used to get lost in those dreams. They both wanted to get married and settle down. After this, on 9th July 2020, that is, A month before this incident, they got married in court. After that, on 23rd July, they went to Chintaman Ganesh Temple and got married with complete rituals. In this way, Subhash and Tanu were tied up in the bond of marriage. Everything was fine up to this point. But when it was time to tell his family about this marriage, Subhash gave this information to his family without hesitation. His family had also accepted their marriage. But Tanu could not do this because she could not gather the courage. She had married Subhash in the spirit of love, but now she was regretting a lot. Because now, after her mother's love and father's death, she was remembering the struggle of her mother's life for her. In the face of her mother's sacrifices, Tanu now felt that Subhash's love was less. Her mother had raised those 3 siblings with great difficulty. Seeing all this, she did not want to deceive her mother. That is why she thought it right to keep this secret of marriage hidden from her mother. But here now Subhash could not bear it, because he wanted to live a married life with Tanu. That is why he began to pressure Tanu to stay with him. But when Tanu was not ready to stay with him, even after the marriage, Subhash's bond of patience broke. He began to make a dangerous plan against Tanu. Here, when Tanu found out that his mother was looking for a good boy for him, he felt that it was not right to hurt his mother. But when Subhash found out that Tanu's mother was looking for a boy for Tanu, he became even more angry with Tanu. Because when Tanu had already married him, then how could she marry someone else? After this, Subhash tried a lot to make Tanu understand. He pleaded with Tanu and begged her, and he also gave her the reason for his marriage. But Tanu was not ready to listen to anything from Subhash. On the 13th of August, the day of the incident, Subhash was very sad. He wanted to meet Tanu once and hear his final decision. That day Subhash had also decided that if Tanu refused to stay with him again, and if Tanu asked him to marry someone else, then he would kill him. Because he wanted that if Tanu could not be his, then no one else could be his. For this, Subhash chose Hotel Natraj. To know if the room in Hotel Natraj was vacant or not, he told his name Vikas and spoke to the hotel manager Durgesh Patel. After this, Subhash messaged Tanu and said that he wanted to talk to him about something important. That day, Tanu also thought that after meeting Subhash today, she would end this matter. After this, Tanu picked up her coaching bag and a water bottle and went to meet Subhash. Here, one day before, Subhash took the knife he had bought from the market and went to meet Tanu. After this, he took Tanu to Hotel Natraj by sitting in his auto in front of his house. There, he booked a room in the hotel. Then they went to room number 303. After reaching the room, Subhash first ordered tea and breakfast. While drinking tea, Subhash again started talking to Tanu about his marriage. But while talking, there was a debate between the two. And this debate increases so much that there is a fight between the two, where Tanu was adamant about her decision to marry her mother. At the same time, Subhash also got angry and said that if you have married me twice, then how can you marry someone else for the 3rd time? Tanu explained to Subhash and said that that marriage was a big mistake of both of us. Tanu said to Subhash that now I cannot go against my family because my mother has raised us with great difficulty without my father. Tanu said that I have already made a big mistake by hiding from my mother and marrying you. But now I do not want to make the same mistake again by staying with you. Tanu said that I cannot see my mother being more sad. That is why I will now marry the boy of my mother's choice. But after hearing this, Subhash got angry. Subhash's face turned red with anger. He walked into the room and said to Tanu, "Should we both forget each other?" On hearing this, Tanu bowed his head and said, "Yes, Subhash, this will be right for both of us." But Subhash took out a knife and said to Tanu, "You are mine, and you will always be mine." After saying this, Subhash strangled Tanu. The blow was so strong that half of Tanu's neck was cut off. Tanu fell on the bed screaming. As soon as she fell on the bed, Subhash struck her stomach several times. Tanu suffered for a while, and then her body calmed down forever. When Subhash saw that Tanu's body had cooled down, he picked up Tanu's phone and made an excuse to leave the hotel. After leaving the hotel, he reached Shachapur Busada before his auto. Then he took a bus and went to his aunt's house in Agra. After interrogating Subhash Porwal, the police seized the knife used in the murder, Tanu's mobile phone, and the auto rickshaw. After this, the police prepared a charge sheet on the basis of Subhash Porwal's statements and evidence and presented it in the court from where he was sent to jail.